According to the Gini coefficient, South Africa is the country with the greatest inequality in the world. The term township refers to the often underdeveloped, racially segregated urban areas that, from the late 19th century until the end of apartheid, were reserved for the non-whites, namely Black Africans, Coloreds, and Indians.
Hi guys, my name is Onele. I live in Nomzamo. I've been here for many years and I'm playing for my favorite team, Bazooka United. In Luanda, there are lots of talent of football. Like the small boys, from the small boys to the big boys, they like soccer and they're good in soccer. So I wish everyone can come and see this lot of talent and have fun.
What can I say? I try to save the kids from the street, so I take them to the football, to play the football. Problem of living here, there is no work for the parents, so they suffer, they struggle a lot of things. So they can't afford to serve their children, and a lot of them, they can't go to the schools because of money. So there is no money. So there's all things I want to try to help, but now I didn't have power to do that. I try for my best to do something in the community. So me also, I'm still struggling, but I try for my best. Yeah.
Especially when it's raining. When it's raining, some people, they living in the water. The houses they went through, obviously, definitely sure it can't be protected. That's why he gets sick sometimes, because all the houses is raining. When the water through in there, that is it's our problem. That we challenges we always face it. Also, the crime is starting extending to be more, because some people is starting get drunk first, and then after that, when you don't have money to do that, he started robbing anyone that is nearby him. And then it's so dangerous for now. But the problem that we face, we got one field. Got so many teams that we played. So, and then only use that one field. It's more than 32 teams. So the challenge that we face, if at least they can have another field for sake to help the juniors, they use that field, because AstroTurf, they got guaranteed so many years. After that years, they need to be renovated. If it's not, obviously we don't have a field. It means it's going to extend the crime, because everyone don't have a way to have fun because they like to play. Very important in a football player. It can take you far if you have a good attitude. If you have a problem with the attitude, you won't go anywhere with football, because most of the coaches, they look first. He's a good player, how it look is attitude. If it's bad attitude, say this player is good, but I can't sign him sake of attitude, because in the discipline of the field, you disrespect everything, you don't doing right. And then discipline is number one, is the key. If you don't have a discipline, you can't go anywhere with football. Can't go anywhere.
My name is Jerry Bobby. Originally I was born in Eastern Cape, but I grew up here in Western Cape, in particular in Lwandle, Strand. This was my hometown. We've got a lot of challenges.
Like what?
Children not going to school due to poverty. Children going to bed without food due to lack of employment. Elderly people struggling. There's a lot of challenges, man. There are challenges of teenage pregnancy, drug abuse, alcohol, structural problems. I don't know if you've been around here in the community and see the informal settlement, the poor dwelling. What are informal settlement? Are the shacks.
What is a shack?
A shack is a structure that is built out of different materials. For instance, it's not actually, it's a structure that is not properly built. You know, houses that have, these are the shacks. These are the shacks. These are the informal structures. So, as you can see, these are the challenges that we're facing. Children are not supposed to play football in the streets. We're supposed to have a place where children will be playing soccer, a park, a sport field, not on the street. There are so many dangers that we're facing. If we don't upgrade the sport facilities and the parks where the children plays, we will have a massive crisis. We must remember that the youth is the future of any country, especially us. The youth is the future of our country. But it pains me to see young children not attending school, going to bed without food. That really pains me. The only way out is your talent. We get a professional team. We get those who don't have that high quality of education. They become professional players. They get professional coaches. We have a professional team. Poverty is gone home.
Here in our township in Lwandle, we get less opportunity to represent ourselves out there in Cape Town because of we are far from the spotlight, you see, and the living we're living here, you see, we don't have the financial like transport to go there, and you see where we're living here, you see, we're living with poverty. You see, like I can say so, and as Manchi, I'm coming from home that grew up with a single parent. You see, my mom doesn't understand like this football thing. You see, like
How important is football for you?
yes. I grew up and tell myself that one day I'll be a professional, and I saw myself in television, and that thing, it did happen. You see, like I remember Mark Mayambela, the one of used being a professional in living in Kailicha. He hosted the tournament there. You see, then we reached the final there. You see, then the final was in television. You see, Sport 4. So everyone was so in the TV. You see, like. Yeah, you see.
So for you, football is a way of like dreaming.
Yes, you see. I saw myself in professional level. You see. Otherwise, about the football, I always feel good when I'm going to the training, see each other there, we playing. Yeah. So
football is everything for you.
Yo, Rainy. Yes, Rainy. I can say so.
Hello guys, my name is John, and as you know, in the township for us, football is everything. Despite challenges that we face on a daily basis, but we always try to find a way or try to find something that we can do that can make us play football. Now, for instance, in a moment where we cannot afford to buy a football, like especially going from a young age, this is what we used to do when you don't have money to buy like a proper football. For instance, like this ball is made out of a condom. Like it's quite funny, but it's made out of a condom. Where you take a condom, you just blow it like a balloon once it's big enough, and then you take a braid plastic, you cover it over and over and over and over until it's solid enough and the wind cannot blow it away. So that's how we create happiness. We made happiness out of nothing. So we create happiness out of nothing by just making the ball that can keep us busy all day.
On my point of view, sport is important for children just because they have less time of being distracted on doing drugs, smoking, doing bad stuff. If they're in the field, that's whereby they can get enjoyment, they can meet some new people, new communications. Like it's always peaceful there. As I was a kid, my dream was to play on television one day. But then unfortunately, there was no much support and I didn't have that much money to go for trials. So that's whereby I fell there and there, but then my passion was there.
How is the gangster life here? How does it affect your life here?
The gangster life is extremely bad around here. And since I live here every day, I see the things going on. I'm like, it affects everyone because sometimes you don't know when and how to walk at a certain place because there's even crossfires. What can I say? On this last festive in December, there's plenty people who caught crossfires, gangsters shooting each other day and night, and there's people around walking. So yeah, it's extremely bad. Our parents always told us around 7 at night we have to be home because anything can happen because we were still young, man. So at that age, no one could be out there 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. But then we as children, we were not mature enough. We used to force our way out. And things happened. And it affected us in a way whereby we get dirty mindset. We even want to join. We play with sticks, stabbing each other day and there. So yeah, it almost affected my life actually. You see, but then the more I grew, the more I got maturity.
What do you think that saved you from ending up in these kind of things?
Football.
So football was the best way to make it easy for everything for us. Most of the time we spend in the field. When you come back, you can hear what happened in the location. You are not there. You are not a part of it. It means you are safe.
Which are the ways of going out from a township?
It's soccer. It's soccer. When you play soccer far, yeah, that is it, soccer.
For you, soccer,
Yes.
it's the best way of getting out from a township.
Yes, it's the easy opportunity for a soccer.